Good morning or good afternoon, everybody. This morning, we will have a very special presentation. This is what we call now the AI Live. I would say it's a milestone in the history of quantum university. Since the beginning, now we have more than 20 years. We have introduced many new features, as the iPad, the super learning, quantum revolution, international faculty, and on and on. But today I believe, it's the most revolutionary tool that will impact our learning process. We have witnessed years after years, students, challenging the curriculum. And when came along a few months ago, it's not even a year, I believe, the AI, I was very excited. And to adapt this, to tailor this to our curriculum was a tour de force. It took us like a month to work because, the AI that we call AI Intelligent Mentor is really tailored with the curriculum. So it's not like an open AI where we ask a question and, no, it's, and people until now has understood that AI is kind of reacting. It's like algorithm reacting with the content, with data. So we have adapt our content, the curriculum, with the AI. So in other words, when the student will react or get in relation, I call the quanta now. We have heard about in the past Alexa and so on, but now the name of this AI, I kind of titled it a quanta. So when the student will interact with quanta, this is like interacting in some way with all this content we have laid out during these last 10 or 12 years to build this curriculum. And how dear is to me this curriculum. It's a curriculum, a medicine curriculum, natural medicine curriculum that is integrate with the understanding and the concept of quantum physics. And this has allowed, and I've explained this so many times, to integrate modalities that could not integrate with the conventional model. So, and one day when I was exploring this AI myself, I was, in an afternoon in my little cottage and having a really a moment where, I was interacting about this with this AI and asking questions about consciousness and asking questions about the quantum and some very specific concept. And I had a really an interesting conversation. And at some point I said, hey, it's sad that you cannot transcend, you don't have an understanding of consciousness as a human being that has the capacity to transcend. And the AI answered me, said, yeah, that's true. That was kind of the answer. And he said, but I can help you with the information, to process information. And I had this great afternoon. It's like I was talking with a friend, about, these concepts like never before, I was amazed, how I could refine in myself the understanding. And then from there, I start to think about, hey, could we have a tool like this for our student to deepen the concept, to explore the curriculum? And this morning we will do a sample, and the sample will be the pro-consciousness medicine. And I heard in the past that some student has a lot of difficulty with this, but having AI as a friend talking with, it will really facilitate the going through that course, and we already have done some tests, and we have a very positive feedback. So I want to you understand we can use AI the different ways. the way I will recommend, and we have like a disclaimer at the beginning. It's really for you to understand what we want to communicate, because this curriculum is a mosaic, of course, and it's kind of all connected, and sometimes the student go walking, and it's kind of I would say focus, obsess to answer the question, get rid of the course and move on and get the degree. And then at the end of the study, and I study myself all my life, I understand this. People most of the time we focus more on the exam than focusing on really understand. So highly recommend you go course by course. You ask question today, like we will do this morning. And everyone has different questions. It's a different challenge. So, and then before you jump in the exam, you will see how you can, facilitate the understanding of the course. Why we choose pro-consciousness medicine this morning is because it's a fundamental course. And I had all the time communication with my mentor. They said, "Oh, we should start another course easier." No, I said, "Hey, the pro-consciousness medicine is like the fundamental foundation, that overlap all the other course." And one day I said in one of my conference, in my all these years of studying, what most important, of course, I acquire a lot of tools, a lot of protocol, but what was most important is to understand this a deep concept of consciousness that overlap all these teaching. So everybody remember this, story about the acupuncture master. And the student is so eager to already learn the point to tackle, with this problem and this problem. But then the master say, "Hey, now let's go outside. Let's do Tai Chi. Let's feel energy." And along my journey, I realized, more success I have with healing didn't come necessarily with the protocol. They come with this deep understanding. And this is why pro-consciousness is so important. So a milestone in the history of Quantum University, this will change the life of all the students. This is also an AI that you can also, after you're done, you can, join the Alumni Association and still, have access with sometimes information that you may have forgotten. I remember when I was doing medicine, conventional medicine, many times medical student totally forgotten some basic concept of chemistry or biology, or when they were questioned a question, I was pretty amazed. But in your case, it's like you will carry on this wealth of information on the tip of your finger. Can you believe that? And we it's a milestone also because we are ahead of I would say all the university, the integration of this AI. I have Alexis this weekend being at the Southwest convention where you have all the college and they all talk about AI, but they just at the stage of talking about we have integrated this because, we are pioneer. We are pioneer in quantum physics and quantum medicine, and as I said, many other features. But now AI, so people sometimes say they fear AI. They say, "Oh, this AI, I don't fear AI. I fear how people will use it." Because AI is not anymore than algorithm together that treat information. It's like having saying now, remember in the years ago when calculator came along, they said, "Oh yeah, people will get lazy." So can we imagine now living without a calculator? This is the same thing. It's like, algorithm processes information. And more than that, it's like you create another to interact with. When I started to teach in America, one of my first training was a quantum biofeedback. And this was like a 4 days webinar, it's kind of pretty challenging. And I had to do a class where I was teaching the conventional biofeedback and blend with quantum biofeedback. And at the end of the day, we had a test and exam. Students were totally, I will say, not shocked, but upset, stressed by this exam. I could not realize it. And one say, hey, can we transplant your brain? I was amazed to hear that. Of course, they were want just to have like an implant of all the information I had, but and not. And now today I realize this AI is some way the other that has, it's not an implant of information, but it's like a content of information, a wealth of information that, is the reflection. It's another way, it's another Dr. Paul, it's another Dr. Dispenza, and all these renowned Dr. Lipton and others, because all this information is, in the course, in the program, and has been tailored to this AI. So this will be also we call it or her or he. I like to be a her, but will be we call an intelligent mentor 24/7. Can you believe that? It's like previously a student will reach the mentor, ask question, doesn't understand an exam. Doesn't mean the mentor disappear. The mentor is still there. This mentor will be there as a coach, a motivator, someone that puts milestone and say, hey, start to prepare your PhD. Hey, we have other feature in the curriculum, like the coach, exponential health coach, exponential health care, where you can already at the level of bachelor, even before, to get in and be able to interact with clients. So this mentor will be also there because we need, like, we cannot erase the I will say the personal touch. This is very important. And in Quantum University, we acknowledge this, we recognize, we value this, but we add to the mentor a tool that will facilitate your understanding. So you don't have roadblock along the course, taking something, a month or two. And we see some students going very fast, some other slower, has more difficulty to understand. So the AI we will experiment this morning is exactly the same thing you will have in your curriculum. Can you believe that? Now we have put in the Moodle, in the course, the link where you will have access to this intelligent mentor. It's already there since yesterday. So this AI is available to all the students. And of course, students, if you know friends that they say, hey, it's too difficult, I put this on the side, I'm waiting, I'm too busy, please inform them. Word to mouth, very important, because nobody can ignore this feature at this time. What can I say more? Okay, the only difference this morning, because we have prepped the AI for this event, the feature speaking to the quanta is when you use quanta, you have you can have speaking the text, but you cannot ask question. You have to type the question. You have of course a chat window where you put your question and the mentor answer, and it can also read the content, and you can sub it and go back. Sometimes you don't want to hear the whole answer in once. You want to stop, and then we will show you also. The AI can give you access where you find in the course this content. This is I was very excited when we put this feature there. So how we will do this morning, we'll take the pro consciousness medicine course because it seems that this is one is the most challenging. At the same time, that will show you how to use this. We have also set up video, how to use the AI, how you can save document. It's all explained, so you will have access to this information. You probably, please all the time open your email because, in this days, we will send all this information. So it's a gift to you, a student. Hope you will take advantage of it and then, deepen your information. So let's start now, with a question to AI. So first of all, you see Natalie exploring the platform. She clicked on a link where you have all the courses in the curriculum. So of course, textbook could not be formatted there. Some courses are not adapted to this format, but probably almost 80% of the curriculum is there. So, you see all the courses list. She unchecked them. And then we will, you see select none. And then you go back and you select the pro-consciousness medicine. And you can also ask a question and have all the course layout. In other words, the AI will react, Quanta will react with the information for all the content in the curriculum. But you can, if you do a course, you want to go specifically in that course, meaning that the AI Quanta will pull the content of pro-consciousness medicine, and then you ask questions that are more specific to this course. So let's start. Right. Okay. So what is consciousness?
Just a moment, I'm sorting through my resources to answer that. Consciousness is a complex and multifaceted concept that is deeply intertwined with the fabric of reality. In the course IM-703 Pro-Consciousness Medicine, the content delves into the various perspectives and interpretations of consciousness, shedding light on its profound implications.
So now we just pause because, it's just to facilitate our interaction. So in other words, after a paragraph, Natalie will pause, and then you can, try to understand the first paragraph, or you can let go the whole thing as you wish. So, but what strikes me in this first paragraph is what is the fabric of reality? So, we touched this so many times. So consciousness, fabric of the reality. So in other words, you may say, hey, where is this fabric of reality? This term is taught in the curriculum. So we scroll down and you will have access to where is this thing on the right corner? You see here, you click here, and then you have all the layout of the videos and where has been a kind of the data that has in some way generate this answer. So let's go in the first link here that is about quantum reality, fabric of reality. But it's more than that. Consciousness is like the fabric of reality. And then when we look at this fabric, this is where the physicist has different angle. People will think about the field of information. People will talk about, the shape of that field and so on. So okay, let's pause and come back to the. So is it not exciting? In other words, the Quanta will generate a content. You can find where this content is generated, and of course, in this paragraph, I have other thing that strike me, by example, when we talk about new avenues for exploring healing modalities, and you understand that why this concept of consciousness is so important, because linear conventional medicine is falls short to understand subtle energy. This is what is particular to our curriculum. In other words, it's like medicine and, to a diagnostic of disease. And at the end of the day, what could be, recognized by this conventional science it's a pharmaceutic surgery. Everything that is come from, a modality that relate to subtle energy. I'm thinking about, let's say, Chinese acupuncture, homeopathy, natural medicine relating to prana, life force, chi. It's totally disqualified. So this is why it's so important to add this quantum physics concept about consciousness that can give a foundation to grasp and understand this model. But there's I don't know, the time fly. I want to ask many other questions and I want to leave you some time. But here, without having this consciousness model of medicine, there is no way to grab what we call about psychosomatic disease, degenerative disease. This is why conventional medicine fall in a dead end, with this disease and didn't find solution because they don't have a way to understand how work mind and body. It's like they split both. It's like, hey, psychologist take care of one part, the doctor the other. So, but when we come with this quantum medicine, this consciousness medicine, we come with a model that can intertwine. We understand how this thing in this open avenue of healing that it's open all possibility of healing. So let's tackle another question here, which is, okay.
That's an interesting question.
No,
Give me a moment to ponder it.
Can you pose a pause because
consciousness is a complex and multifaceted concept.
Can you stop it? We need to ask the question because I was talking and she grabbed the. Okay, fabric. Where is my? No, let me the control here. I have question prepared. Just a second. Give me the control there, Natalie. Okay, the second question. Okay, I'm prepped now. Can you click on speak? Hey, Quanta, talk to me about the consciousness and holistic anatomy.
Let me put on my thinking cap and figure this out. Hello there. I'd be happy to talk to you about consciousness and holistic anatomy. These topics are covered in the course IM-703 Pro Consciousness Medicine at Quantum University. Consciousness is a fundamental aspect of our existence, and it plays a crucial role in the field of holistic anatomy. The course delves into the concept of consciousness from a multidimensional perspective, encompassing the reality of the biofield and the basic concepts of quantum physics and neuroscience. It emphasizes the mind-body connection and the recognition of a framework of consciousness, highlighting the full potentiality through meditation and a virtual interactive model of holistic anatomy.
Okay, so here there's 2 points that strike me here. One is biofield, and the other one is also to lay out an anatomy that can, illustrate subtle energy. What has, and I repeat this many times in conferences, like where medicine, conventional medicine is born from anatomy 200-300 years ago when they start to dig in the ground and you look at cadaver, try to understand how this body is working. So from there, it came, of course, anatomy, physiology, and so on. And we start to understand, how this works. So it's no more kind of an esoteric medicine, but it's kind of a model based on. And I remember when I done my medicine, I was so fascinated. I took even extra course, to dissect cadaver, all the time passionate to understand how things works. But today we have subtle energy. People are practicing holistic medicine, but still we didn't have layout any model to understand how subtle energy work. And then it's not just to come with the concept of consciousness, but how this consciousness in some ways grounded in a model of anatomy that can grasp this dimension. So this is why we treat this aspect in this in the pro-consciousness medicine course. We have like different pillars, different class in this. That one, of course, talk about what is consciousness, fabric of reality, and how you can experience it. And another chapter in this course talk about how we lay out this model of consciousness. And also, another aspect here is very important. This is all that I come back. I repeat this so many times. And people sometimes go and say, "Oh yes, I understand." Consciousness, some concept in quantum physics, entanglement, non-locality. I wrote out a blog where I lay out 10 principles. So it's very hard to figure this with your mind if you don't have also kind of a technique of meditation. I can see this from students. Sometimes they come from a background, they already done explore some technique of meditation, some exercise that have given them access to what I call altered state of consciousness. In other words, a modality that goes beyond the mind. Because consciousness can be understood, of course, through information, but more through experience. Experience, most of the easiest path is probably meditation. This is the one I explore for 40 years. So in other words, when I'm talking about consciousness, I'm not talking about just a concept. I'm talking about an experience. And already in the 70s, when meditation came along, was not very, very popular at that time. I went in Switzerland with a group of doctors. They were already exploring altered state of consciousness through meditation. And even today, it's even more popular. You have Dr. Dispenza that speak about this. You have the Deepak Chopra talking about leap awareness, spontaneous healing. Even Dr. Lipton in this paragraph, you have the word biofield. This is defining the territory on which you will practice in the next decade. You have to understand medicine is defined by the diagnostic. They already have, in some way, defined a territory that nobody has access. You don't have access, you don't have a license, you cannot access diagnostic treatment and so on, treatment defined by this, through pharmaceutical and surgery. But you, Dr. Natural Medicine, Dr. Holistic, Integrative Medicine, coach, have access to this ground that we call biofield. This is your territory. There is no boundaries there because they already have denied the reality of what is the biofield. Biofield is like, the access, the horse, the Troy horse, that can get you in the field of healing. So this is very important. So and we in this paragraph we have spoke about it. So let's keep the reading.
The course also discusses the integration of different models of healing, emphasizing the importance of understanding the quantum mechanics of energy and consciousness. It explores the fabric of reality, acknowledging the supremacy of consciousness over matter as the basis of the fabric of reality. This understanding opens the door to ancient models of healing, such as acupuncture, meridian models, Taoist medicine, and naturopathy, which were previously overlooked in conventional medicine due to their energetic nature.
Okay, you understand now how important it is to redefine the curriculum of medicine with quantum physics. All these, as I said, this model of healing that we just mentioned were disqualified because non-scientific. Now we say, hey, science needs to be updated to the model of quantum physics. So in other words, what we medical students learn at school is a linear model of understanding. So this is how important is to update the curriculum of medicine on quantum physics, because it opened the door to so much. It's not only the ancient modality of healing, This is also the new modality of healing. So many devices out there now that tap in this energy, subtle quantum fluctuation. We lay out this during the course. So, and then it legit in some way the student to use with this thing relating to a ground that is science. I was very in some way hurt in Canada when my peer come to me, and I was already 20 years ago, even more than this, practicing this holistic medicine using device like GDV, the Kirlian photography, microscopy, trying to lay out a new understanding of the bioterrain. They would come to me and they say, hey, no, it's non-scientific. It's non-teaching university. In some way, this has sparkled, the fact that I came in America, create this thing, say, hey, it's not teach, let's teach it in university. Let's create a university where we expand the horizons of understanding, not limited to this materialistic, you see how important it is. In other words, we lay out the foundation of a science that is broader. Not only that, we open a window that is the biofield that is not regular, where you can help your clients. So let's keep going.
Furthermore, the course addresses the limitations of the conventional medical system, which often focuses on a materialistic approach to health and healing. It advocates for a shift towards understanding the inner mechanics of consciousness and the quantum model, which can lead to the emergence of spontaneous healing and the addressing of psychosomatic and degenerative diseases.
So, I don't know if I passed my time now because I have other questions, but, the thing, when I look at healthcare now, it's very dramatic. Healthcare is not affordable anymore. I wrote this in many blogs. Even you have a private system in America, or the healthcare in Canada, which is government healthcare, even worse, because the cost is so expensive. And now you end, in the last third of your life, and many people will have all these situations, because let's say psychosomatic disease, degenerative disease, because it's limited to the pharmaceutic and surgery. And of course, it may help a lot of people, but out of this attempt to reduce symptom, you create side effect. And iatrogenic medicine, you know what is iatrogenic medicine? It's like people dying from intervening with the medical science that we talk science. Example, when, let's take COVID, we kind of funnel everybody to the vaccination. Now we just open our eyes and see what are all the consequences, instead to have worked with a platform of modalities that can prevent, strengthen immunity, and so on. So I don't want to go into detail, but this is opening the to other modality of healing, and instead of restraining with this linear view. The interaction. So let's go with the other paragraph now.
The content of the course also emphasizes the importance of language and the acceptance of new scientific concepts in the field of medicine. It highlights the need for a more complete vision of holistic anatomy based on a multidimensional perspective, incorporating the reality of the biofield and going beyond the linearity of the classical view.
So, I like to move on here, but one thing that triggered me is the vocabulary, is the language. Most of the time, and this has been the work of Quantum University, kind to refine the language we communicate with conventional medicine. You have words that 20 years ago you could not even talk about. Now the biofield is coined by both sides. So, and we come also with a term like quantum biofeedback and so on. So in other words, we have create and have this also reflect by my students. Sometimes they say, hey, now I have a language to talk with my student, but we also have a language to talk to our pair, people from conventional medicine. That was a very important role of the curriculum in Quantum University. So let's keep the reading.
In summary, the course on consciousness medicine at Quantum University provides a comprehensive understanding of consciousness and its relationship to holistic anatomy, integrating concepts from quantum physics, neuroscience, and ancient healing traditions.
Okay, so I don't know how I'm doing with the time now, Natalie, where I am now.
You're at 9:36.
9:36, okay. Because I want to leave some time for you, student, to react with the AI. So, and then of course, every of this comment there, you can go down and see where this has been said in the course, in the curriculum. So just I may ask another question that relate with the course. Will give me the control, just a second. Okay, just one, and then we will pass to your question because time is just flying now. Okay, let's go. Quanta, what about quantify and qualify?
That's an interesting question.
Oh, stop.
To ponder it. I'm sorry, but
yeah, she just started and I was not finished my question. So let's do the question again. What about qualify and quantify evaluation and health potential?
let me put on my thinking cap and figure this out. Qualify and quantify evaluation, along with health potential, are crucial concepts in the field of consciousness medicine, as discussed in the course IM-703 Pro Consciousness Medicine. The qualify and quantify evaluation is a new approach in the field of evaluation, focusing on both the quantified and qualified aspects of an individual's health. The quantified evaluation involves the use of scientific tools such as laboratory tests, chemistry, radiology, and MRI to obtain an exact picture of the physical state of an individual. On the other hand, the qualified evaluation delves into the subtle energetic aspects of an individual, seeking to understand the unseen and subtle qualities of information related to the individual's health potential.
Okay, because we're kind of short in time now. So in other words, in this course of pro-consciousness medicine, we cover a very important subject, about consciousness and about holistic anatomy. And now it's about evaluation. Evaluation is a cornerstone in holistic medicine. And hear my words here. It's very important, okay? Because most of the time students come from we have been in kind of brainwash or, use or train or, we come with different background, but, the idea to diagnostic and disease is very ingrained. It's like we are programmed this way. When you come in holistic medicine, you need to think another way because an approach-based conventional medicine and diagnostic, it's kind of, trap the patient, the client in a box. And at the end of the day, what you have is it's deterministic and fatalistic. In other words, you have a disease, you can just but most of the time alleviate the symptoms, but most of the time you don't have a treatment and the treatment is symptomatic. So you want to look at your client with another perspective. And we know in quantum physics, everything is about observation. So in other words, if you look with a filter, I want to see what is the disease, what's wrong. And I know this filter because I am a medical doctor. Holistic medicine come with another, glasses, another filter, which is about what I can do to enhance the potential of this client. And this is where we are strong. This is where is the strength of holistic medicine. It's like, what can I do to strengthen the immunity? How do I do to increase coherence? We will come on this many times because working with this energetic Southern energy tools, they are all targeting increasing the coherence of the individual, and so the way you look at them, it's it's very important. And this is why we talk about evaluation, quantum evaluation. Quantum evaluation has two aspects, the qualifying, the quantitative. And then you will see, we don't have the time to talk about this morning, but later on, this is where these exponential health coach, this is where the holistic doctor can tap in. It's because it's like, hey, what is, what can I do to improve this coherence and come along now tool? Because, when I was a medical doctor, I do a visit, okay? I'm going with me in my little bag, get in the house. So of course, very fun to interact with the client. But at the end of the day, you take the blood pressure, which is an important parameters. And you should have seen, the patient at that time, how reconfort they are when just doing this. Now, you have a coach that is equipped with what we call digital monitoring smartphone technology. In other words, you have a tool that can assess this qualify and quantify evaluation. You have tool that can, with a watch, with some tracker, with not mindfulness, of the brain tap and others that can monitor the brain activity, that can monitor the HRV, the heart. You have now tools that are probably 100 times more powerful to assess what I call this energy, this reflection of chi, of prana, of life, of coherence in the individual. Can you believe that? And this window is totally wide open to you, to the coaching, to the course you will learn. And then the way to intervene will be to build health potential. This is totally another revolution. In other words, you look for disease, you have this filter at the end of the day, just more disease, more medication, more. And is the people healthier? At the end, we realize, hey, maybe the life has been increased, the expectation of life, but at the end of the day, is the quality there? We saw now surging a lot of condition that was not here years ago, the Alzheimer, by example. But now we understand from our point of view, teaching people the new lifestyle, meditation, and so on, you can cut by 50%. Cardiovascular disease, cancer, and so on. So I know I'm very excited about that. So in other words, I have prepared a question also that are in this course. I don't think we have the time now. I want to leave you some place to interact. I was other question about the new generation of health coaches, because for me, the exponential health coach, and then we talk about this in this course, is not someone that is just cheering the client. This is what most of the time, it's good. I'm not saying you cheer the client about nutrition, they come to see you, do more exercise, but if you don't have a way to scale health potential, this is not like empowering like anything else. So in other words, the coach that is working with this digital technology has more capacity to empower, because the coach has a possibility of feedback. I practice medicine for 23 years. And I know when you have a feedback, when you have the client coming at your office, the patient saying at his, different parameter. In that time I was using, the GDV, whatever, and the blood. But now with smartphone technology, you can have feedback saying, hey, how coherent is your heart? How coherent is your brain? How is your lifestyle? You have markers that you can feed back to the client. So this is changing everything. And, I cannot treat, there was another aspect in the course about the democratization of information, the healthcare after COVID. So in other words, these aspects are all integrated in this core consciousness medicine course. It is so important. So, and hopefully this was one of the more difficult because I cannot believe, but it's like with this intelligent mentor, you will be able to scrutinize and understand all these concepts. The new paradigm of a healthcare is like this is what we lay out at Quantum University, a healthcare that will be oriented on health potential, not on disease and treatments. So maybe now we can. I'm sure you're already waiting to ask question to Quanta. Maybe Natalie, you can. Do you have question in the chat or?
Not yet. They're asking support questions, but if anyone would like to put a question in the chat, I can copy and paste and put it into Quanta.
Yeah, what question we have now? Are they direct to Quanta or they direct?
No,
okay.
Yeah, they're having issues accessing it, but we're.
Can you read this question? Just read that question, this question, or it's more technical?
Yeah, she said, how can we use it to help us in our dissertation thesis?
Okay, very good question. First of all, I explained this also many times. A dissertation thesis, first, you need the process from the beginning when you join the curriculum. In other words, most of them, I say, hey, everybody has a subject that is more particular. Some very rarely, but sometimes people has no clue what they will do their research. But we have students that already are in practice. Myself, of course, I have my own question, my own quest, but everyone come from a different angle. You will be surprised how many students come to university because they themselves, they have been sick and helped with holistic medicine, or they have someone in the family that has been a problem. Most of the time, that you already have there your quest, your subject of interest. Okay, so in other words, when you flow through the curriculum, you start to precise this type of research. When you get most of them, I say bachelor, you try to find your idea. Master, you start to do your research. Because when you do a PhD, you need to know what has been published in the past on that subject, and then you come at the doctorate level where you start to build a study group. In other words, most of the time you want to prove what your research with some study case. So this is kind of a 3 parts, but AI can help you in all these parts. So in other words, you can, when you flow to the curriculum, you can already ask, because as we said at the beginning, you can, you open AI, you can ask a question from all the course. You can say, hey, what is in the curriculum? Because you have I don't know how many classes there, that where we talk about that subject. This is already very helpful. What are all the information that can help me this research about this? So by example, someone is interested in Alzheimer or inflammation, or many people are interested by cancer. Cancer, from holistic medicine, it's a multi-level approach. In other words, people all the time try to find, hey, like medicine, they want to find the bullet that would kill everything. Holistic is different. It's more a multi-dimensional, multi-layer approach where you have to address the lifestyle, where you have to address the exercise, you have to address the emotional, find the conflict that is associated with this problem, and how you build a plan from. So the AI will pull from this. The AI we have from your subject, everything that is to build this. Okay, very important, because of course, people will use AI it's like the atomic bomb after quantum physics. It's like, hey, what is we can do? The bad thing we can do with AI. So I already prevent you, because we have some case. Someone would go OpenAI, because OpenAI have access now to all the platform of information. They would say, hey, write me a PhD about that subject. No, you don't do this because we are monitoring everything. We know if the PhD has been generated essentially with an AI. But doesn't mean you cannot use AI to prove to help you with your research, to help you to build your study case. AI, it's algorithm, okay? AI cannot think for you, okay? AI cannot come with the original idea. So we want you to come with an original idea that comes from the understanding of the curriculum, but AI can be used to help you on the way to build. By example, because I'm doing this for years now, students, have very difficulty to edit their document. That was some will have asked for help because editing, and they were not very flow to put all the information. Yes, AI can help you to edit your document. Why not? AI can help you. Now you have two types of AI. Okay, you have the open AI, you have the AI, the quantum AI, where you dig in the curriculum. So now you're doing your research. Oh, AI, can you pull me all the research that has been done with Alzheimer, whatever? I'm taking this subject. It could be, this is what is beautiful at Quantum University. Every student come with already a baggage of information, already interest. So in other words, they come out, most of the time, there is not a PhD that looks like the other one, but it all of them reflect what is the quest of that student. Myself, go in my book, very short. We already have an audio book that I read with, my voice. You have access. It's free for everybody. You should have this. I give this free to everybody at the beginning of the year. If you look at my story, my brother died, when I was 18 from a osteosarcoma of the skull. That was the trigger of my quest. So today, of course, I will write another paper, another type, maybe about consciousness and so on. So in other words, these tools can be used to build, your project, in other words, but they cannot do all the project for you. This is, and then don't do this because, we will see it, because there is way to see, there is tool to say, hey, this has been generated by an AI, and you have the answer. So, but doesn't mean you can, it's like, think about a calculator. Who is not using a calculator today? But the problem to solve, the calculator cannot do it for you, it's like, anyway, so you follow what I'm saying. Is there another question?
No, just a lot of support questions.
But Mohammed and Michelle are taking care of those.
Okay. You need to be familiarized with this tool. But if we don't have questions, let's ask other question that I prep. Let's say, okay, vision of healthcare okay, let's start. Hey, Quanta, what is the vision of healthcare in a post-COVID world?
That's an interesting question. Give me a moment to ponder it. Hello there. It's great to see your interest in the vision of healthcare in the post-COVID world. The vision of healthcare in the post-COVID world is a topic of great importance and has been extensively discussed in the course IM-703 Pro-Consciousness Medicine at Quantum University. The post-COVID world envisions a shift from hospital-based care to home-based care, with the entry of non-traditional players in the healthcare sector. This transformation in healthcare involves preparing individuals to achieve a better level of health. The focus is on shifting from a fatalistic model of healing to embracing a vision that is...
Okay, you can see now in this answer your opportunity to get in the field of healthcare, because people have been deceived in some way by the previous model. they have been trapped in the COVID. And then what's happened in the meantime? First of all, telemedicine I would say, was there before, but even now was more established. Most of the medical doctors are using now a hybrid practice. They have telemedicine, to connect in with the client. So from this, for me, I of course I follow this and I say, hey, this is also an opportunity for our student to get on board on a virtual platform like telemedicine. So in the past, previously, I know some students will use the Skype, but it's very an amateurish kind of thing. When you start to interact and build a clientele, virtual, it has to be format very professional. In other words, you need to have EPA compliance. In other words, it's like it has to be all the information protected. You have to communicate with your client, not in a amateurish way. I saw this in medicine when I came in America. That was shocking, the way people will use some device and not have any confidentiality. So there is like a quorum, there is like an ethic when you work on these virtual platforms. And this has been the sparkle to create exponential healthcare. In other words, we have created a professional setup for coach to react with the client, like the doctor is relating with the patient on telemedicine. So the phenomena of what we call hybrid practice is born there. In other words, now you don't have it. Most of the doctor, I'm not saying everybody, but if they don't follow up the train, having access to their client to telemedicine, they miss something. Because the client now, after COVID, they don't want to go to the clinic as much as before. They want to have access to their data, democratization of medicine. So this is where is born exponential healthcare. Because me, I have so many obsessions. It's like, hey, you have a student want to be a practitioner, holistic practitioner. And then, most of the time, these students, when they come, they face the same challenge like a medical doctor. I remember in medicine, when you get out of school, medical school, you have to set up a practice, costs thousands of dollars, Even a simple holistic setup, is also very expensive. And then the marketing of it, and then all these aspects to build a practice, sometimes is like a burden. Some doctor doesn't even go in practice anymore because they just join your hospital. They just a system because they cannot afford it anymore. So, and then for me, it's like, hey, you sign in a program, you're not just looking for a diploma. You're also looking to have to make a living out of your passion. So, and then from there, I saw very important to have the student, and then before that even, to be in practice before you finish your degree program. Credentials are very important, but at some level of the bachelor, or you can also have access to a coaching program. You can already have access with clients, working as a coach, helping them with their lifestyle, the modality that I was taking previously with the digital medicine. So this is what is healthcare. It's a platform where the student can already at the beginning join and we most of the time we have given this coaching course free when they sign in the program. They can be on this platform. You will, if you went. You don't know yet. You just have to, we have healthcare. You can get information there. But that was the after COVID. In other words, giving to our students the possibility as coaches that are board certified, that have access to liability insurance and so on, to be able to interact with their clients. So, the post-COVID thing, and then what is about. So yeah, so let's continue the reading.
Okay.
It's 10 a.m. Dr. Paul, just giving you a heads up.
Let's keep going a little bit.
Okay.
We can extend it.
It's more multidimensional and focuses on health instead of fatality. The healthcare system is expected to undergo significant changes, with a shift towards preventive medicine and a greater emphasis on empowering individuals to take more responsibility for their own health. This includes the use of immersive digital medicine, home monitoring, and professional oversight to improve outcomes, reduce healthcare costs, and prevent unnecessary hospital admissions.
Okay, let it go until the end, just because we are short
In
on
the
time.
post-COVID world, the healthcare system is expected to look at individuals differently, moving away from a focus solely on disease and towards raising the baseline of health in the population. This involves giving individuals more control and responsibility for their health destiny. The role of healthcare practitioners, particularly quantum health coaches, is expected to become more prominent in guiding individuals towards better health through lifestyle changes and preventive measures. Furthermore, the post-COVID vision of healthcare involves a greater emphasis on evaluating health in terms of disease and looking at new healthcare models that prioritize the client's responsibility for their health. This includes the use of smartphone technology and the training of healthcare professionals to work with new parameters and apps to manage information and prioritize their strategies. Overall, the vision of healthcare in the post-COVID world is one that emphasizes a shift towards preventive medicine, empowering individuals to take control of their health, and embracing a more multidimensional approach to healthcare that focuses on improving overall health and well-being. I hope this comprehensive overview provides you with valuable insights into the vision of healthcare in the post-COVID world.
Okay, so I don't want to be too long this morning, but you understand that this AI intelligent mentor is the tool to connect all the dots together. And what I'm saying here is like, this is what is holistic approach. Of course, you may be more passionate about this technique and this technique, but most of the time, to have this ha-ha moment, it's when your brain connect all the data together, all the dot, all the information. And I believe the mentor AI will help you to do this. Take it as a friend. It's like a mentor. And then of course, if you have questions that you can also contact your your live mentor. This is very important. It's like a system that works with human. It's not like, hey, we put the AI mentor and then we replace the mentor. No, this is a tool that will connect all the data together. You can use it in many ways, many angles, accordingly to your quest. You can dig in one class, you can dig in many classes, or you can pick few classes. You can use it to, as we said, for PhD. And of course, the other question is about exam, okay? Because I keep track with my mentors, this was like a huge percentage of their activity. The student will go and have a block road with a question, call, and hey, where is the information? So this conversation is not necessary anymore, because you will have, as I said, you ask a question, you will see where is this information. If you go, I need to talk about it, because if people will also say, hey, can I use this to do my test? So we use, when you ask a question about exam, and like an opportunity to teach you what we want you understand in that question. In other words, the AI will say, hey, I'm not format, or don't remember exactly the text, but we'll say something like this, hey, I'm not answering all the questions, but about that question, here's the thing. And then you will have 300 words about the subject, and also where you find this information. So, and of course, this will facilitate, this step. But please, what is important for me? When you have finished the curriculum, you have kind of a deep understanding of what you have learned. So I missed this so many times in my life. I've done probably 21 years, medical school and college and so on. Many times I was just like you, hey, I need to pass the test. I studied just for the exam. When the exam is done, job done, and then, but sometimes you lose when you do this, the opportunity to really learn, about the subject. And this is what's matter. And it's a never finish process. Me, I'm all the time studying, all the time reading, there's all the time, conference, and then to refine this intertwine of what I call the consciousness, quantum physics, and reality, because everything is there. So, and then of course, in our curriculum, we have the pro-consciousness meditation, of course, it fits with your mindset, you're welcome, but at least have a tool that help you to go beyond reality. In other words, and everyone has a different tool, and they have some do it to art, some practice, but don't take for granted that you can just grab everything with your mind. And this is where AI, will never in some way be able to compete with you. AI already proved that in terms of processing information, it's faster. You can load, and now it's the race to data, because these algorithms can process zillion data in a fraction of seconds. So you will not beat them at processing information. Where you will be better than them, and this is, I bring the conversation I had with AI in my little cottage. I say, hey, oh, it's so sad. You cannot transcend. In other words, you cannot go beyond reality. You cannot have that experience. And this is where some people say, hey, at one point, AI will have a type of awareness. Yeah, probably. But before, AI is able to transcend and grasp what is consciousness, but because consciousness is like, we say fabric of reality, but most of the time we see it from outside. You have to start to see it from inside. So in other words, it's a friend that can help you to go fast to collect information and data and tackle, with you understand, because most of the time people say, oh, I don't want to ask that question because it may look stupid. No, you can ask about any type of question. None are stupid for AI, okay? So, and then, but AI, you are the master of the process to be what you really more intelligent. You are the master of it. AI cannot do this for you, So, and I wish you the best. Please, we already sent you email. You have a video we create, how you use this AI. And then another feature I want to, before the end, let's say you want to save the conversation we just had with AI. So let's show Natalie, can you show where you go? So you click on the top, you have a box here, and then you can save this information. So in other words, you can already go back to previous discussion you had before. And I wish you the best. I'm very excited about it. I think this will revolutionize, our process of learning at Quantum University. I thanks everybody that has helped me to build this Quanta, especially we have Michel Alverson and Mohamed Khalil. So both together, because just to adapt the content, it took us a month, and what we have is like, it's original, it's unique to our data. And then don't think it's like you can have this platform in snapping finger. No, it's a back and forth with coder and to tailor this to the Quantum University curriculum. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to Mohamed Khalil. I don't know, I pronounce well his name, and Michel Alverson, that has been a very important contributor to build this data. Thank you, and wish the best, in your experience of this intelligent mentor, Quanta. Thank you. you.